Hello, Pineheads, and welcome to Tony the Pony's solo review of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Mr. Pineapple will not be in this review, because he hasn't seen it yet, and he's seen it at the end of the month. We'll talk about it on the podcast, but right now I want you to get my views on this. This film, directed by Sam Raimi. I think he jumped in after they fired the first director. And it's gone through a bit of a troubling production, to say the least. But yeah, let's get straight into it. Plot. What do I think of the plot? Well, the plot is Wanda, right? Carrying on from WandaVision, wants her kids, and her kids are like in other multiverses and shit, because, there's other Wandas in other multiverses, and she's like, I don't have kids in this reality because they don't exist because I made them up in my brain. So she's like, let's search this evil book to find me with kids, real kids. So she does, and then she's like, her plan is to kill the Wanda in that universe and take her place. But to do this, she needs America Chavez, the new character in the MCU. Her power is to punch star holes into other dimensions so she can travel the multiverse, but she can't control it because, she has to get scared to control her powers or some shit. So Wanda, it's basically just Wanda chasing her through different multiverses, and Doctor Strange is like, you know what, it's not cool. Nah, fam, I'm not having any of that. You're supposed to be a good guy, and you want to hunt down this America Chavez and kill her to take her powers, and then kill yourself in another multiverse so you become a mum of 2 children. It's a bit convoluted. Bit stupid, if you ask me. But that is the plot. Very basic outline of the plot. There is other things that come into it, which I shall get onto. But now that I've talked about the plot, let's talk about new characters and the cameos. The big, oh my god, Professor X is in this film cameos. Well, let's talk about America Chavez first. As I said, she is, she just punches star holes into... When I say star holes, they're holes shaped like stars. And that's how she travels into different multiverses. She's a bit boring, bit weird. You don't get much on her backstory other than she killed her mums. No, she sent them into another multiverse because she got scared as a kid, and her mums got sucked through the stars into another multiverse. Yeah, that's basically a character. Bit boring. Don't know why she's in the film, to be honest. She's there for plot device and nothing else. Not interesting character. She is. No, but let's get on to the saucy stuff. Let's get on to the cameos. The one cameo I loved. Bruce Campbell is in this film. He don't play Ash Williams. He doesn't play Stephen Strange variant. He trolled people on Instagram and Twitter saying that he would be playing a Stephen Strange variant and leaking a script page that basically said he was going to be Ash on April Fool's, so it was a joke, but could have still done it. There's a comic book called... I think it's Marvel Zombies versus the Army of Darkness. Obviously, a direct reference to Evil Dead, which Sam Raimi directed. Amazing film. Better than this. Anyway, he plays a kind of street food vendor guy. But the thing I love about his cameo is that Doctor Strange puts a spell on him, his hand gets possessed like in Evil Dead 2, and it starts fighting him. And that just made me smile. I liked it. Could have been better, but it was still good. Still good. But now let's get on to the big ones. The big Marvel characters that are in this. This film, right, is called Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And, it's a film where they could have done so much. Disney have now acquired Fox, meaning they've got every X-Men character, all the Fantastic Four, plus others. And they decide to only put 2 outside the MCU characters in this. That being Professor X, that you see in the trailer, played by Patrick Stewart. Obviously, he's got his comic book wheelchair, the big yellow thing. And when he does appear, it does do the diddle-diddle-doo from the 90s animated TV show. So that's cool, somewhat. And then you get everyone's favourite, Mr. Fantastic, out of the Fantastic Four. It's John Krasinski. Fan service is what I call this. Yeah. But they're not a fan. Not a fan at all. These are members of the Illuminati. Professor X is like the final member that they introduce, but the other members are Captain Britain, played by Hayley Atwell from the What If series. Well, I don't know. It's not the exact character from that universe, but she's Captain Britain in this one. Who else? We've got Captain Marvel, played by I don't know the actress name, but it's Monica Rambeau, I think, or Maria Rambeau, whichever one's the mum. She got Captain Marvel powers instead of Brie Larson's character, who I also forgot what her name is. Who else is in there? Oh, obviously Mordo. You see that in the trailer. And everyone's favourite character from the very cancelled and the very forgettable Inhumans. It's Black Bolt. They could have got anyone to be on this panel of the Illuminati. Anyone. And they chose them characters. And I don't know much about the Illuminati, but I gathered that they was like a group of the best out of different universes. But this seems to be just like this universe's Avengers. And they kill their Doctor Strange because of a hunch as well, which is just fucking stupid, innit? You know what I mean? It's just fucking stupid. But yeah, they're the cameos really. We don't really see anyone else. You've got other variants of Doctor Strange. You've got Defender Strange, who later turns later turns out to be the zombie Doctor Strange from the trailer. You've got the Sorcerer Supreme Strange, I'm pretty sure, the one with the big collar. He's the one who the Illuminati kill. Is that it? I think that's it. Oh no, you've got evil Doctor Strange, yeah, with his big bushy beard. Yeah, he's in it for about 5 minutes. Also, the Illuminati, right? Let's talk more about the Illuminati. They get killed in like the first 5 minutes that they're seen. Yeah, because Scarlet Witch just rocks in, Mr. Fantastic's like, hey, come on, let's calm down, lads. And then Scarlet Witch is like, you know what? Unwraps him like a little wrapping paper, like a cheese string. She cheese strings him and then pops his head off, which when I was watching it in the cinema, I burst out laughing. I loved it. Everyone else was like, "No, Mr. Fantastic." I was like, "Ha!" He just got his head popped off. And then who's next to die? Oh, you've got Black Bolt, who gets his mouth like sewn together so he can't speak, and then he pops his own brain or some shit. He falls to the floor dead. Boom. And then you've got Monica or Maria Rambeau, whichever. Well, Captain Marvel. I think she gets crushed. Yeah, I think she gets crushed by a big statue. Captain Britain though, she gets chopped in half with bloody shield. That was cool. I like it. I like it a lot because she just got chopped in half. Well, it's not like clean in half, but it's like, it takes a big chunk out of her, and I like it. Mordo don't die. He just gets trapped down like a little. Basically, Doctor Strange got these handcuffs on that get rid of his powers when he's being arrested, and Mordo. They have a little fight, and then Mordo gets one of the handcuffs, which gets rid of his powers, and then they fall down this like little bit in between where they interrogate Doctor Strange and the chairs. It's like a little trench. That's the right one. Yeah, he gets stuck down a trench, and Doctor Strange gets out because he parkours up wall like a little bouncy boy, and Mordo's like, "Can't jump. I can't jump." So he gets trapped. And then who else is in? Professor X. Yeah, he gets his neck snapped because they have like this psychic battle, and then he gets his neck snapped. A waste, especially because they don't set anything up with these characters. Weird decision. Let's get on to some of the stuff I liked about it. Sam Raimi directed this film. 2/3 of the film you can tell, he doesn't have the amazing ability to overcome the Marvel machine, but his style and his camera work is just everything that is in a Sam Raimi film is in this. You get a lot of the first person demon floating through the air camera. You get a lot of the horror themes in this. You get some nice piano notes and stuff. You get when Defender Strange gets stabbed by a demon on his leg, the black veins come up like they do on Evil Dead. That's pretty cool. There's a lot of staple kind of Sam Raimi notes throughout this film, which is good. I enjoyed that, and I enjoyed Bruce Campbell. The rest of the film, though, very weak on plot. It's Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. They visit, I think, 2 different multiverses. There's the one with the Illuminati, and then there's the one with evil Doctor Strange in, which is like 2 universes falling on top of each other, colliding. And as I said, it's just all about Scarlet Witch and her wanting to be a mom and all that, and it's that stuff is from WandaVision, a TV show that came out 1-2 years ago. That weren't good. It weren't good. The Vision's not even in this, so it don't. What's the Vision doing? On a beach, fucking drinking a pina colada? I don't understand. It never explains who the father of these kids are, because obviously Vision's like a robot, and they look exactly like the kids she made up in her head. There's a lot of plot holes, It's just like So let's talk the end of the film, right? Doctor Strange realizes that, um, well, no, American Chavez gets taken by Scarlet Witch, so she can take power, and she asks her, why don't you just go and live in one of their multiverses? Why do you have to take my power? And she's like, because what if one of them gets ill? I can just hop to another multiverse, find the cure, hop back, boom, done, mate. I need your power in case of this very specific scenario happens. And it's just a very weird term for Wanda. You know, at the end of WandaVision, she was like, "Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. I am kind of a good guy. I am gonna go away and hide in this cabin now and look through the Book of Evil or whatever it is. I forgot the actual name for it. The Beholder or some Book of Beholders. I don't know. Book of Evil. That's what I'm calling it. Not the Necronomicon though. There's not even like fucking. Just put the Necronomicon in the background. Put the Kandarian dagger in the background. You know, there's just so much they could have done with this film and they didn't. There's a scene where Doctor Strange is falling through all the multiverses and there's like no references, no Easter eggs. You know, just put Deadpool versus Wolverine in background, something like that. You've got the power to do that now, and you just ain't got Kang in. Don't know what he's doing. The MCU's just in a state of, you know, this came off the back of No Way Home, and it just shat the bed. It really did. Anyway, I'm getting distracted and angry. The end of the film. So yeah, American Chavez gets taken. She's like, "Woo, gonna steal your power," and then Doctor Strange is like, "Oh yeah, Doctor Strange's woman from the first one is in this. She's getting married at start, and Doctor Strange's all upset because it's not him she's marrying." And then we go to the other multiverse, and she works for the Baxter Foundation, who's obviously like the Fantastic Four shit. But yeah, she's the one she's just like a scientist there. I think she's just shoved in there so they have a theme of love in the film. Because he falls in love with this other version of her, and then she's like, "Oh, it'd be nice to visit your multiverse," and then he's like, "Nah, it's a bad idea." So yeah. Anyway, yeah, he tells her that we need to go to another multiverse, find that Book of Evil, so I can dream walk into my other self in that universe and take on Scarlet Witch and save America Chavez. Shit name, America Chavez, probably. Anyway, so if we do that, they go into another multiverse. It's the evil Doctor Strange one. They have like a little Guitar Hero battle, firing musical notes at each other, and then he grabs the evil Book of the Dead or whatever it is. Oh yeah, the dead body of Defender Strange gets taken to our MCU universe. So he buries that, and then he's like, "Yo, I know who's in that universe, who's me. It's that dead bloke." So yeah, he goes into dead zombie Strange's body, and then he fights Scarlet Witch as Zombie Strange. And then America Chavez, for some reason, can just punch Scarlet Witch and weaken her to the point that she can summon a portal, push her through it, and be like, "Hey, look, your kids don't like you, mate." To make her realise, oh, I'm actually doing a bad thing. I'm going to try and redeem myself, even though I've killed nearly every student in the fucking Doctor Strange camouflage place. It's a nothing story. Nothing. Boring. I was sat in that cinema, bored out my skull. Anyway, yeah. So that don't make sense that this new America Chavez can literally punch Scarlet Witch into submission after Scarlet Witch is just killed. Mr. Fantastic, Captain Britain, Captain Marvel, Black Bolt, and Professor X, with the click of her fingers when she was in a body of a Wanda who was not as powerful as Scarlet Witch. Bullshit is what I call this film. Big stinking pile of bullshit. You have all these MCU characters, Marvel characters that aren't in the MCU yet that you could utilize and just, I didn't want this film to be just a bunch of cameos either, but I didn't want this film to be, here's Patrick Stewart, here's John Krasinski as fan service because people want him as Mr. Fantastic. Here's a woman from What If. Here's Maria Rambeau or Monica, whoever it is, which no one really wants or cares about, probably forgot about. And here's a guy from a TV show that got cancelled years ago that no one liked, no one cared about. So why, I ask you, Marvel, why do this? Sound a bit salty, don't I? But there it is. I think I've spoke about all I need to... Oh, post-credits. Charlize Theron is in this as Clea, I think her name is. Like, a Sorcerer Supreme of the Dark Dimension. Oh, actually, before I say this. Right, so at the end of the film, we stop Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch is like, yeah, I'm bad. I'm going to destroy this book. She destroys the book, right? It destroys the book in every multiverse. Don't know why. Never gets explained. Doctor Strange just goes, oh, she's managed to destroy all the books in every multiverse. Fucking bullshit. But because Doctor Strange used the book, he gets like a third eye and he's like, ooh, I'm a bit crazy. I'm a crazy Doctor Strange now. Yeah, and America Chavez can control the powers by end of the film and just like gets them back to their multiverse, and it's like, yeah, it's cool. Yeah, but anyway, Charlize Theron. Oh, Wong's in this. Don't really do much. Just gets beaten up a lot. Yeah. Yeah, Charlize Theron is like, yo, Doctor Strange, you caused a multiverse collision. Opens a big, like, dark dimension portal and's like, come with me if you want to live. And he's like, ooh, I've got a crazy third eye. I'm crazy strange. And just, like, walks into the portal. So that's setting up Doctor Strange 3, maybe. I don't know. Does anyone care about Dormammu at this point? You know, it feels like they've skipped past the multiverse. This film had so much potential. They made a better version of this film, and it's called Spider-Man No Way Home. And they don't even travel the multiverse. Other characters from different multiverses come into this universe, and it's just so much better. And don't waste your time watching Doctor Strange in the madness of the multiverse, because it's just garbage. And it's upsetting. And I'm upset. And I didn't want to hate this film. It's a Sam Raimi film, and I love Sam Raimi. I love Evil Dead. I think he's an amazing director. But he couldn't save it. He could not save it. And it makes me sad. Very sad. The other post-credit scene, though, is Bruce Campbell, and he's slapping himself a bit more. Then he stares directly into the camera and says, "It's finished." It's almost like a joke. It's almost like a joke film. And I hope Sam Raimi's done it on purpose. But then again, Sam Raimi didn't write it. He just came in last minute to be like, yeah, I'll direct it. Why not? Fuck it. It might let me direct Spider-Man 4, I guess, sometime soon. Tobey Maguire's not in it. No Spider-Men are in it. They even talk about Spider-Man before the fucking all the multiverse shit kicks off. It's just deflating, disappointing, underwhelming shit. I give it a 2 out of 7, if that. 1 for Bruce Campbell, 1 for Sam Raimi. If it weren't directed by Sam Raimi and didn't have Sam Raimi's fingerprints all over it, it'd be close to a 0. I'm not gonna lie. I did like the death of Mr. Fantastic though, because it's funny, innit? Introduce Mr. Fantastic and kill him off in the next 5 minutes. It's a joke. It's almost made me say, well, to be fair, fuck it, let's announce it. If Thor, Love and Thunder does not blow my socks off, Mr. Pineapple's Wonder Hour will stop reviewing Marvel and the MCU and anything to do with Marvel superheroes. I've said it. But saying that, Moon Knight episode review's coming out soon, so get watching that, boy. Yo, stay fresh.